What's up, guys? Brian Fisher here, and welcome to another episode of Just Tap Tasting, where we taste some beers here at the Wilkie that we've just tapped. And we've got a fun beer today on the show. It is a staple from Founders Brewing, but in a new format. They're using a different gas. So I believe this is the first time it's in the state. I'm not sure if they poured it anywhere outside of their tap room in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is the Founders Breakfast Stout Nitro. So a little bit about that. Nitrogenated beers. The most known nitrogenated beer is probably Guinness. Everyone knows Guinness, and the texture that you find in a Guinness is as a result of the gas that they're using. You always see a nitrogenated tap usually has these black tips. That's going to be kind of a signifier. I'm going to have a black tip right here. You can kind of see what it looks like. And that's a nitrogenated tap. And so what the difference is, during the brewing process, during the fermentation process, two things happen. When the yeast is eating the fermentable sugars, CO2 and alcohol are created. So there's already a natural carbonation from CO2, and then whenever the beer is packaged, whether it's packaged in cans, bottles, or giant cans that we know as kegs, and then served on draft, the beer is then forced carbonated again. And so in this case, there is carbonation, right? But it is then forced carbonated again with nitrogen. And so nitrogen, by nature, smaller bubbles, so you get this really silky texture that is great for darker style of beers. There's a lot of breweries, including this one, that do a lot of, they're trying to get, they're being creative, as brewers are, and breweries do, which is awesome. But they're starting to do like nitrogenated pale ales and things like this, and it just, for me, and some people will agree, let me know if you agree with this. Do you like nitrogenated pale ales? I don't. I think they mute the flavors. But when you take this texture element and you put it over a darker beer, one maybe reminiscent of chocolate like this is, and you get that milk chocolate kind of texture coming from the gas that's used, it's pretty exciting. Let me know. Maybe we'll address that in. Maybe that's just the question of the day, showing up right there in the middle. Let me know. If you like nitrogenated beers, hit the like button right now. Let me know. Well, that's how we'll know. Just a bunch of likes. Just people just like right now, just like smashing like buttons. Be great. So yeah, Nitro, Founders Breakfast Stout. It's brewed with flaked oats, 2 different kinds of chocolate, 2 different kinds of coffee. So it's definitely the beer that's appropriate to drink for breakfast, right? I think. And yeah, let's color-wise, it's almost like motor oil black, kind of a cinnamony brown head to it. Really creamy texture. You can notice when I kind of swirl around, it really kind of coats the glass. And yeah, it's just, nitrogenated beers usually are kind of really nice to look at. Let's take it into the nose. Definitely chocolate, fresh ground, fresh brewed coffee. Not just ground, but fresh brewed, because this has got a wet coffee kind of aroma. And like not in one chocolate, like a bitter chocolate. You get chocolate's like all the craze right now, like a really quality chocolate. And they're using imported chocolate in this, they say. And so I think that's where you're getting some of this bitter chocolate nose coming through here. Let's give it a taste, because that's what we're here to just tap tasting. So silky, so delicious. I have actually not tasted this yet, just live on the show. And it's wonderful. I've always been a big fan of this beer. Founders Breakfast Stout is a staple in the stout, style. I feel kind of a calling card. It's delicious. They do, KBS, which is the Kentucky Breakfast Stout, aged it. They take this beer and they age it in whiskey barrels, and then they even do CBS, which is Canadian breakfast stout, and that's super rare and hard to find, and they age that in maple syrup barrels after it spent some time in the whiskey barrels. And so this is the base. This is where all that magic begins, and it is really delicious. You know, the chocolate's definitely showing up. Chocolate coffee cream, chocolate shake kind of vibe, chocolate coffee shake. It's delicious. Nitro, nitrogen on this beer is a lovely thing, and I'm not sure why they waited so long to put it in the market, but I'm so glad they did. We got it here at the Wilkie. It's perfect time of the year. You know, 40 degrees outside, sipping on one of these is just outstanding. Question of the day, I already asked it. I want to know, how do you feel about nitrogen in non-dark styles like pale ales, IPAs, I mean even like brown ales or whatever. Or actually so Founders loves nitro. They love using nitrogen. They even have like a fruit beer that they put nitrogen on called Founders Rubeus. Have you had it? Some question of the day. Let me know in the comments below. Get in there. Give us a like if you're enjoying the show. If you like Founders Brewing, give them a like. If you just like me, hit the like button. Maybe. We appreciate you guys watching the show. Thanks for your feedback. Jump down in the comments. Answer the question of the day. Hit share because the Share Bear wants you to. And we're going to drink a beer together real soon. Let me know if you're watching the show when you come in and you see me. Having a lot of fans show up. It's been super great. We get to geek out and nerd out about beer together. And I look forward to doing that with you real soon at the Wilkie. I said that weird. I'm sorry. Cheers.